Hello YouTube and welcome to another poker video, and today we are deciding if you should or should not late register poker tournaments. And we're also going to have a gameplay of us late registering a poker tournament. We just busted the $50 buy-in, but we're about to late register something ourselves. So like with me, like I'm pretty competent. Like I play this all the time. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at short stacks. So like for me, the answer is definitely yes. Like it does not matter that much. Yeah, see, look at that. Registration ends on 13. It's level 13. 3 minutes till registration is closed. So we are getting in this last second. Now we're going to talk about whether you should late register. And the answer, it just like with me, like it really just depends. Like if you are competent, you understand short stack. Because, all right, let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages. So with late registering, basically, you don't have very many chips. Like you have to gamble like right away. And you bust right away. But, you know, if you early register, you have a chance to build up a stack because, you know, basically we're skipping to the point where it's all in, like all in, you know, where it starts getting all ins like crazy. You're just skipping to that point. And the clear disadvantage is if you do that, then all that time while the blinds were small and, it, you know, it's a lot easier to like not lose all your chips. You were unable to play any hands. Basically, yeah, I'm a short stack already. I have to gamble right away. But the one big advantage though to late registering is the fact that like when you do early register, basically there's more opportunity for you to just get screwed. I'm talking like basically if you have aces versus kings, for example, that's the best example. You know, you're not gonna fold. You're gonna get all your chips in and you're gonna lose or win. Either way, someone's gonna lose no matter what in that spot. Or like a full house over full house, you know, set over set, just all those kind of situations. Because, yeah, basically the longer you're playing, the higher chance you have of running into one of those situations. But also, you know, if you do early register and you can get some chips early, it also can help you survive when that does happen. So now, yeah, so it's definitely overall probably better to get in as early as you can, simply for the fact that if you're a winning player, the longer you play with them, the more plus EV you'll be, the more chips, the more likely it is that you'll gain so many chips. Another big thing to consider when deciding if you should late register a tournament or not is also bankroll. So like honestly, the tournament we entered, it's like almost $30. We probably, if we weren't a little tilted, we probably would not have entered that. Pretty much how I decide is my bankroll. Because I'm comfortable either way, so it doesn't really matter. So with where my bankroll is at now, I basically play like $25, $30 buy-ins are probably much the biggest ones. But then, you know, for like my $5 and $10 buy-ins, those we'll enter those over and over. For me, it's up to $15 buy-ins right now. But slowly, you know, as my bankroll grows, I'll slowly up it. But if it's over $15, I will not enter it unless I have at least 20 bigs. So yeah, a lot of it's bankroll management too. Because another little disadvantage is obviously the variance is higher when you late register. Because you're just going to have to go with some some bad spots. Like right here, look at this Jack 10. Like, you don't normally, if you were deep stacked, you would not make this play, but with 12 bigs, you don't really want to raise and fold. All right, well, I think that's about enough. Hopefully that helps y'all decide better if you should be late registering. Overall, just if you got like a good healthy bankroll and you're competent, like go for it. But my best recommendation is probably to get in early, because then you have more opportunities to build up a stack. Now let me teach you what to do if you do late register a tournament. Basically, like I said a minute ago, gamble right away. This is what, like our fourth hand? I know you guys probably don't know, but this is like our fourth hand. We're already all in. Nobody calls, and he has ace 10. Nice flip. Pocket twos, even ace king, it's a flip. That's why pocket twos is not a bad hand to try to pick up the blinds in late position. Hey, we might have busted the $50 version, but the $5 version, we're playing a big ass pot. Ace queen hits the queen. Boom. And on the side, we also are in third place in the micro. After our double up, we end up not playing too many hands, comfortably sitting on 20 bigs. I think I defended one big blind. Didn't flop anything and folded, and then we ended up picking up the kings. The original raiser ends up folding, and yeah, he has to call pretty much. And he has ace jack. We hit the king. Back up now to 40K. We win a couple more small pots, and this hand ends up happening. We raise the ace 9 suited. He just calls 10-6-6. You could see bet, but we go for the check. Check the turn, get to the river. He bets. Ace high. I don't know. What do y'all think? I was really thinking about this one. Once in a while, you just gotta go for the ace high hero call. I thought it was a good spot to call because based on how I played the hand, I figured he had a lot of bluffs. And here's another hand with a decent lesson. We have king 10. Middle pair, it's another good hand to check back. You want to pot control a lot. That will help you not be all in as often. Being all in is the only way you lose. The more often you're all in, the more often you're going to lose. So we literally check it to the river, and we don't bet till the river with the middle pair. There's just no reason. Here's another line if you haven't seen some of my other videos. We raised, he calls. On the flop, you definitely want to bet to charge the flush draws. And then, get value from a king, maybe some gutters, some random stuff like that. He's going to call, and then we're going to check the turn. Checking the turn makes it to where the river is not an all-in. So now if he leads out for a good size, like unless he overbets huge, all the money is not going in the middle. And they're not going to overbet huge very often. And yeah, nice bluff catch. Now we got the bronze crown. Let's go. We were also on the bubble, and actually in this hand, we have just made the money. And I won a little small pot to get to the silver crown, and yup, here we go. We're all in against the chip leader as second in chips. Is he going to call this? He's going to call this with ace queen. Love it. Give me that freaking straight. And yeah. We are the chip leader. And yeah, this is why I really like these crowns. Because like, look, first, second, third. Like, I know the chip leaders. Easy. About 10 or 15 minutes later, we end up in this spot where we get 2-1 with king 10 on the big blind. And he's on the small blind too. That's another big read. If they're he's under the gun, so on the next hand, he has to go all in. So when they're under the gun with like 3 bigs like that, there's a very good chance they have just some random ass hand. After about 10 or 15 minutes after the king 10, the player 50 ends up busting out third in chips. And then we're going to defend this pocket 5s. And we're going to hit the final table. Let's go. We hit nothing with these 5s. We end up pretty card dead / ICM-ish a little bit for the first 2 eliminations until we end up 3-betting the chip leader with ace queen. This is a good ass hand. Plus he's been raising a lot of hands. We're going to try and represent the king, hoping he folds here. He does not. The turn basically changes nothing, and you know, we're putting him on at least a pair, right? Like, we side to check. We gotta you don't want to be at risk as much. You want to preserve the stack. We try to see if the ace high can be good. This dude had 8-9. So now that he calls 3-bets with 8-9, yeah, that's important. We end up going on a hell of a run in the micro edition, but these blinds were just getting so big. I knew that one dude, it was in last place, that's about to be the big blind in 2 hands, and that he would probably bust, but then someone's got to get 10th. So I figured I would just go for it now, try and get 1 pot, so I could survive the blinds again, and this dude somehow calls me with 8-9. Brutal. The blinds start getting brutal, but we pick up the kings just in time. Luck is on our side. Double up, and we pretty much eliminated him. So, pretty good chance that we should hit the top 5, or yeah. They'll end up checking around, and luck is on our side. And we have trips. He's betting almost a third of our stack. This is an amazing spot to just go all in, because someone's going to call probably. And yeah, this dude tried to limp trap with kings. Getting punished. Sucks to suck. Damn, hella overpairs. And the craziest hand of the Sesh Award goes to... This guy called the all-in, then overcalled our all-in for all of his chips at 300, 600 blinds. He had 30K, and he called off with 3 deuce. And we're going to gamble here. This guy had been all-inning all of our big blinds. We are going to get him back. Final 3. Let's get it. Pretty much me and the chip leader are back and forth, and this short stack survives for like 20 minutes until this hand. He gets knocked out, and we are at heads up. Down 3-1. Lots more back and forth. This hand, he ended up betting a whole bunch. We get to this river. I have top pair. Looking good. We're going to call. And he has ace king. We fold like 1 or 2 hands and pick up these 3s. We're all in. The next hand, we end up trying to defend the 6-7. Flop the open ender, and we turn the nuts. And holy shit, we got the nuts up there almost too. We check it, hoping he bets. He bets. With the nuts and a flush draw out there, we're going to go with it. We're going to double up. He tries raising us with, when we have 10s, we re-raise. He moves all in. Ace jack. Can we win this? Flip. Holy moly. We win another flip. Eventually, he becomes ready to wrap it up. He starts all in and at us a whole bunch. We get the read. We call with ace high. And we win another tournament. Let's go.